What up, schmucks? It's Ace Trainer Liam, and welcome to another episode of Season 3 of MetroMania. For those who want to know what MetroMania is, it's an ongoing 16 Pokémon Metronome-only double battle tournament to determine the MetroMania Champion, and in Season 3, we are doing Mega Evolutions. If you're already a fan of MetroMania, you know the format, you know how this goes down, and you're already ready for more action, hit the like button, show me that I'm doing something right with this series, and if you don't hit the like button, did you even like the video, really? And of course, if you're new, hit subscribe, because you're not going to want to miss a piece of the action. Season 3 is already underway. We're on Heat 2, the second week of this season, and it's already looking like it's going to be an awesome contest. But of course, before we get into today's action, let's take a look at those brackets. Last week, we said goodbye to our first casualty in this season of Metromania. Mega Kangaskhan just couldn't handle itself against Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron proving with its high defense and its mass amount of resistances coming from its steel typing that it is a force to be reckoned with in this Metromania contest, and definitely could be a top contender to take Metromania Champion. It's going to take a very strong or a very lucky opponent to take down Mega Aggron as we wave goodbye to Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is already out, a fan favorite, kind of already gone. We need to find an opponent for Aggron for the quarterfinals though, and it's either going to be Mega Banette or it's going to be Mega Gardevoir. Let's find out who will face Aggron in the quarterfinals right now. So here we go, it's Mega Banette versus Mega Gardevoir for the second place in our first quarterfinal of Season 3 of Metromania, looking for an opponent for Mega Aggron. I don't think either of these Pokemon really want to be paired up against Mega Aggron, but if Aggron is the next roadblock to be Metromania Champion, you need to get through it, which means you need to get through your opponent this week and get that coveted place in the quarterfinals, as we see regular Banette start things off with a Rock Polish to increase its speed, although I think its Prankster ability means it always gets to use Metronome first, I'm pretty sure. Confirm that in the comments, though, down below. We see Leech Seed, which is a brilliant play by Shiny Mega Banette there, sapping the energy from Shiny Mega Gardevoir, who goes for Encore, which is a fail in a Metronome battle, and then restoring its own HP at the end of a turn. That's going to be a great play for Shiny Mega Banette. Oh, Sheer Cold coming out, avoided though from that regular Gardevoir. Big balls play by regular Mega Gardevoir there, going for the one-hit KO move from the get-go. Unfortunately, 30% accuracy is a risk that we always have to take with these kinds of moves. Here's a Pain Split though, coming out from regular Banette there. Not really making much difference to the HP of regular Banette or regular Gardevoir there. Here's a Super Fang, though, from that Shiny Banette, and that's going to take Shiny Mega Gardevoir down to half its HP. So that was a great play there by Shiny Banette. Shiny Mega Gardevoir goes for Grass Knot. I mean, Banette's not that heavy, so it won't take that much damage, but it was still a decent bit of chip damage, and the first real offensive bit of damage we've seen from the Gardevoir team. Here's regular Gardevoir with a Dream Eater, but of course Banette's not asleep, so it's not going to take any effect from that. And there's that Leech Seed sapping the HP from Shiny Mega Gardevoir and putting it back on to Shiny Mega Banette there. So the Banette team is in a really good position from the get-go here. Here's regular Banette going for Rototilla, which isn't going to affect anybody on the field. So great play there. That is the first mistake I think we've seen from the Banette team. What will Shiny Banette do as a follow-up here? Let's find out. It's going to go for Acid Armor, raise its defenses. Now, interesting play. Ideally, though, against Gardevoir, you want to raise your special defense, but, you know, a +2 defense boost is nothing to scoff at right now, especially early on in these battles. Here we see Hidden Power, which is going to be Hidden Power Dark, which is going to do huge damage there with that with that amazing special attack stat from Shiny Mega Gardevoir onto that regular Mega Banette. And here's a Trick or Treat, which is going to fail, because, you know, these are ghost types, dude. And there's some more Leech Seed action, but that's put the Gardevoir team in a much better position. All these Pokemon have max IVs, which is why their Hidden Power is always Dark, and that did give Gardevoir, in that one instance, the advantage. My goodness. And here's Clanging Scales, which doesn't affect Gardevoir. Very unfortunate for the regular Banette there. Here comes the Shiny Banette though. What's it got in store here? How's it going to follow up? Goes for Shadow Claw. That is going to be super effective and takes down Shiny Mega Gardevoir already in this contest. It's only been a few turns and already one of the Gardevoir team is down. Banette showing it shouldn't be underestimated. And here comes a Bulldoze from that Mega Gardevoir right now. Not enough damage to take down the regular Banette, but we'll get the speed drop on both these Pokemon. Although, again, I'm pretty sure Prankster, the Prankster ability, supersedes any speed drops anyway. So I think the Banette team are going to be A-okay with a speed drop. Here's Swallow, but of course nothing's been stockpiled, so that was another mistake by regular Banette. Not really getting that lucky further on into this battle. We see Punishment coming out from Shiny Mega Banette there. Gonna hit Gardevoir for a decent amount of damage there. Banette really underestimated by a lot of people with its physical attack. Here's Slack Off though from Gardevoir, gonna restore that HP right back up to maximum. That was a brilliant play by Gardevoir, giving itself a little bit more staying power in this battle. If it could take down regular Banette, it has a very good chance of turning the tide in this battle and evening things up. Here's Metal Claw though, that's gonna be super effective from that Banette, going for the Steel type, one of Gardevoir's weaknesses. What will Shiny Mega Banette do to follow up there after that beautiful Metal Claw? Goes for Bullet Punch, that's also super effective. What a great play. My goodness, takes down Mega Gardevoir, and the first point in this battle goes to Banette. My goodness, that was a perfect play. 2 Steel type moves in a row are enough, especially physical ones at that, are enough to take down one of these Mega Gardevoir. That's amazing. If Banette can pull this off in this round as well, that's going to be 2-0 to Mega Gardevoir, which I do think a lot of people would see as an upset. Here's Water Sport, okay, coming out from Shiny Mega Banette to start things off. Weakening the power of Fire type moves, sure, go for it, why not? Its partner Pokemon, regular Mega Banette, is going to follow up with a Power Gem. It's, you know, it's not super effective. It's neutral and only going to do a little bit of chip damage, but it's a good start from this team right now. Here's the Shiny Mega Gardevoir with a Rock Smash, but it doesn't affect Banette. Banette, of course, immune to all normal and fighting type moves. Regular Mega Gardevoir goes for Eruption. Interesting play there. It's going to hit both Banette for some chip damage, so a good start from the Gardevoir team as well there. Not bad. They both had their good and bad points in this opening round. We see a knockoff coming out. That's going to be neutral and, of course, no item. So, oh, was that... That wasn't a crit, that was just really good RNG there, but that did quite a lot of damage to that Gardevoir, even with no item. Blast Burn was avoided there. I believe that was Blast Burn. It flashed onto the screen and flashed off again real quick. We see Gardevoir getting ready for Razor Wind. Now that's an interesting play right there. Whipped up a Whirlwind. It will be using that next turn. Here comes the Shiny Mega Gardevoir going for Discharge. That is going to hit everybody on the field though for a decent amount of damage. Does quite a bit of damage to its partner Pokemon as well, and does paralyze the regular Mega Banette there. Oh my word, what's going to happen here? So here comes Shiny Mega Banette, starting off this turn with a Karate Chop, which is going to be 4 times resisted, so not a lot of damage to Gardevoir there. Here is the Paralysis taking effect, and here comes the Razor Wind from regular Gardevoir. Massive damage, oh my god! Takes down both Banette, so the second round goes to Gardevoir. Oh my goodness, that was a really short round. So now it's one apiece. Gardevoir versus Banette for a place against Aggron in the quarterfinals. My goodness, both teams have proven, don't underestimate me, mate, because I will take you down. That's crazy. Again, of course, Banette's going to start things off. Shiny Banette going to go for Absorb. Not a great start, but damage, you know, as much offensive damage as you can deliver in this battle, you're going to need to, because both teams have proven, given the right circumstances, there's a calm mind. Raising that special defense is a great move there. Both teams have proven that they are not to be underestimated. They have their strengths, they have their weaknesses, and their strengths are friggin' huge. So here comes Shiny Gardevoir starting things off for its team. Gonna go for Play Rough. It's gonna be neutral damage, but it is stab as well. But of course, Gardevoir's physical attack is not as good as its special attack. Here comes regular Mega Gardevoir with a Trick Room. Gonna slow things down, but of course, I believe that does not affect these priority moves. So regular and Mega Banette are absolutely fine. Yep, the Prankster ability supersedes the Trick Room. They can just keep going, moving first. Here's a Rain Dance, going to power up Water-type moves and weaken Fire-type moves. Will that come into play? I guess we'll see. But it's an interesting play by the Banette team. I'm half expecting a Crab Hammer or something like that, to be honest. Here's a regular Mega Banette. Gonna go for Defend Order. Gonna raise its defense and special defense. So it's now at +2 special defense, which against a Gardevoir team is a great play there. Really protecting itself. Here comes regular Gardevoir, ready to attack for its team. Gonna go for Heavy Slam. I mean, Gardevoir, you're not that heavy, sweetheart. You may think you are, but you're really not. You're beautiful, lovely. And there you go. Doesn't do a great deal of damage, but does enough chip damage to warrant, you know, to to be called a decent attack. But the block, of course, doesn't affect Banette, so that's unfortunate for the shiny Gardevoir. Here's shiny Mega Banette going for Seismic Toss. Again, it's going to be it's not going to be 4 times resisted. Always guaranteed 50 damage. So actually, of all the fighting type moves to use, that was the best fighting type move to use. Guaranteed 50 damage. Here comes Happy Hour. Banette is very confident right now, just having a little celebrate, getting everybody caught up in the happy atmosphere. Great move there. Not really effective at taking down your opponents, though. Here's a Meditate from the shiny Mega Gardevoir. So that's going to raise its attack. And what's its partner going to follow up with right now? Getting ready with that Metronome. Will it be something useful? Here comes High Horsepower. Not a bad move right there. Using its physical attack, though, really needs to take advantage of its special attack. So, not the best play, but still did a decent amount of damage there. Here's shiny Mega Banette. It's going for Substitute. It's going to protect itself from further damage whilst allowing itself to damage Gardevoir from behind that Substitute. Very interesting play there. Risky with the low HP, though. Here's a 4 times resisted Karate Chop. So, not the greatest of moves to choose there by Banette. Maybe a bit of a slip up there. That might give Gardevoir an opportunity to kind of take advantage. Here's Hypnosis, but it fails, of course, because they probably aimed for the Substitute Banette right now. And here's shiny Mega Gardevoir. Gonna go for Aurora Veil, but of course, Hail isn't in effect, so Aurora Veil is not going to take effect either. So, a bit of a mess up there. Here's regular Mega Banette. It's going to go for Growl. It's going to lower the attack stat of both these Gardevoir. Ideally, you'd rather be lowering the special attack stat of both these Gardevoir. But you know what? I'll take your judgment on it, Banette. You do what you need to do. Here's shiny Mega Banette coming out from behind the Substitute. And it's going to go for Mirror Shot, which is going to be super effective there. Steel type move onto which Gardevoir there? Onto the shiny. Decent damage, but of course it's a special attack, so it's not doing a great deal of damage to Gardevoir there, but it does drop the accuracy. Wow. Interesting play there. So here's that shiny Gardevoir, going to follow up with a Judgment, but it doesn't affect Banette, unfortunately, for that Gardevoir. Here comes its partner Pokemon, a regular Mega Gardevoir. What will it do to follow up? Another High Horsepower. Very interesting. The Substitute eats that right up. Does it fade? It doesn't. And now, of course, the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, but they had absolutely no effect on this battle anyway because of the Prankster ability. So here comes the shiny Mega Banette from behind the Substitute. Pops right out to use Guillotine. Is it going to hit? It is going to hit, and it takes down the shiny Gardevoir. So we're down to 1 Gardevoir and 2 Banette right now. There we go. That's revenge for attempting to use Sheer Cold earlier in this battle. So we're down to 1 Gardevoir versus 2 Banette with everything to play for right now. Here's Chip Away from Banette. Will that do? Oh, wow. Great deal of damage there, bringing that Gardevoir down to less than half its HP. What will it do in retaliation? It's going to go for Scold, which Banette... It's going to do a great deal of damage there. That was a nice hit with that Scold, especially with the rain up. Didn't get the burn, though, unfortunately. But the Banette team is kind of on the ropes right now. They've both got quite low HP. And here we see a Slam coming out from this Banette, taking advantage of its physical attack, doing a great deal of damage there. Oh, my goodness. Gardevoir's on, like, at least maybe 2 hit points right now. My goodness. And here comes Roost from the shiny Mega Banette. So it's going to Roost and raise its HP back up to a much safer level right there. 50% of its HP restored. My goodness. Gardevoir needs to break that Substitute or restore its own HP. It's going to go for Powder Snow on both these Banette there. Not a great deal of damage. The Substitute takes damage and finally fades. So now the shiny Mega Banette is out in the open, but Gardevoir is in a very difficult position right now. Here comes shiny Mega Banette. It's going to go for Hail. It's going to bring the Hail up. If Gardevoir does not heal itself this turn, it is going to be knocked out by the Hail. So this is a very interesting play. What will the regular Banette do? It's got everything to play for right now, and Gardevoir is on the ropes. It's going to go for Crush Claw, and it's going to hit. That's going to be a knockout. So, unbelievably, Mega Banette has taken down Mega Gardevoir, and Mega Banette moves on to face Aggron in quarterfinal 1. Good luck to you, Banette. You've got a big roadblock coming your way, but congrats on the battle. If you'd have told me, when these brackets were first set up, that Gardevoir was going to lose in the first round, I really wouldn't have believed you. One of the most popular Mega Evolutions there is, one of the most frequently used Mega Evolutions I think I've ever seen, like Mega Gardevoir popping up all over the place, was going to go out in the first round. I just cannot believe it. Like, I get it, Banette is a ghost type. It has a type advantage over Gardevoir, but I really didn't think that Banette was going to beat Gardevoir. That was crazy. I mean, Gardevoir got quite lucky with Hidden Power because all these Pokemon, of course, have max IVs, which guarantees that Hidden Power is going to be dark. But even that wasn't enough to defeat Banette. Like, I mean, it defeated it in one round, but oh my god, Banette just really showed something that I didn't even know it had. I think I really underestimated Mega Banette as a Pokemon, and I'm going to be watching it closely throughout this series because, my god, it's a lot more powerful than I thought it was. Although saying that, we know quarterfinal 1 is going to be Aggron versus Banette, and I don't know if Banette's that good to take down Aggron, but we will see in a few weeks' time, because next week, of course, is Heat 3. We got more quarterfinal spaces to fill up before we get to that battle. In next week's episode of Metromania, we're going to be taken to the skies. It's going to be Mega Aerodactyl versus Mega Salamence. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be an absolute slobber knocker, mate. Of course, that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Metromania, so of course, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so via Patreon, like these lovely people. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam, but until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.